to start off these series of educational videos as told by Patrick, part of this evaluation is somewhat interesting in the sense that one of the members of the Special Evaluation Unit went incognito. I don't know if that's the word. Anyway, he or they could be a she, basically a form of observational research known as covert observer, in which you participate in activities and research without telling others who you are or what you're doing, like gang research or prison research if you were going to go and be a prisoner, which I don't think you can do. So it's covert observer, but in this week's readings they called it complete participant, which means you hide your identity. And this particular member of the evaluation team lived in these public housing units for about a year and pretended that they had a disability. There are some ethical issues. No, yeah, you're good as long as you tell them at the end, you tell them what was going on in that. Hey, I'm a scientist and I did this for science, and I felt that this would be better by pretending I was one of you, and it worked. So that helped. And so it mentions it in the mixed methods article in the sense that this program started out as a complete participant. So this particular researcher lived among them for about a year, but it actually shifted towards the observer as a participant, who basically researchers that make themselves known to others. And so the reason that this occurred is because while living amongst people in the public housing, they went to them to write things up and help them form like committees, and they wanted them to be in charge of things, but they can't because they were part of the research team. They only lived there for like a year, so then it turned to complete observer as participant, in which you'll see a cast member in this very room playing the observer as participant by creepily hanging out in the back and writing things down. Also conducting the interviews, because the covert observer couldn't conduct interviews because they were one of them. Those words. So enjoy the transformation occurring. Welcome back. Now we have moved on to our visual reference portion of this educational video. I am once again Patrick Brady. This next segment is face-to-face interviews, which is forms of qualitative research. Now, I don't like conducting face-to-face interviews, and I'll tell you why. It's because people talk really fast, and sometimes it's hard for me to write what they say, so sometimes I have to get the gist of it, and then when I look at my notes later, I'm like, I don't really know what this means. I just don't. That's not true. I guess, anyway, I am a millennial, so I would use internet surveys, and people can type their responses, because who wants to take a paper survey and write their response? More annoying. So, back to the point of this educational video. I did face-to-face interviews with the residents of the public housing unit. and people started to get along.
Rebel, party, party, sex, 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 and don't forget the violence, blah, blah, blah. Got your lovey-dovey sad and lonely, stick your stupid slogan and everybody sing along. Babble, babble, bitch, bitch, rebel, rebel, party, party, sex, 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 and don't forget the violence, blah, blah, blah. Got your lovey-dovey sad and lonely.